Hey guys, this is Nola coming back with another reading. All right, so today I am doing a reading on Wendy Williams. She gives me all kind of vibes, like just vibes of instability, vibes of being under the influence, vibes of anxiety. One minute she's good, the next minute she's not. It feels like also indulging. The other day she was talking about her show and she looked fabulous, So it's like this weird energy in and out, but it doesn't feel like one particular thing. And I actually think that, Wendy, she's done a good job in terms of her show and really capturing the audiences that, the worldwide audience. But there's something underneath the surface. And I remember when she had that little fainting spell, I was like, okay, what's going on? And then she was saying it was her health, and then she came out and said she was in rehab, and all this crazy stuff happened with her ex-husband. And then I'm looking on social media, and I noticed that her ex-husband is talking to Tasha K, and I'm like, this is crazy. I'm thinking to myself, why would he be talking to Tasha K? Wasn't Tasha K just interviewing some guy who was saying that he had sex with him when he was pooped or he had poop or and it's like some foolishness, child, where the man made him have sex after he just pooped or some craziness like that. So I'm like, why is this man even talking to Tasha K? But anyway, I saw that the other day. So let's just take a good look into. And by the way, Calvin wasn't the way he speaks. It wasn't at all what I thought he was gonna sound like. You could tell he's a street person, but I thought he was gonna be a little bit more polished than that. Especially dealing with big business and having been in big business for years with Wendy. I thought he was gonna be a little bit more polished than that, and he just came off real rough and gruff. But anyway, and he was completely focused on his hatred towards Charlemagne and his love for the Serena Hunter woman. So there, like I always tell people, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. No matter what we think about somebody else can see something different. So I'm not here to judge, how he feels about that particular woman. But anyway, let's just look at the energy around Wendy Williams and like what is really going on around her. So Spirit, this is for Wendy Williams, talk show host, former radio personality. Just energy around Wendy Williams. Ah, you know what? The first thing I'm seeing in his hand is an addiction. Addiction is the overriding factor before her health. Let's put it like that. That's the energy I'm feeling. Five of Wands energy is here. Okay, and that's just talking about that's the reality of the situation. Reality. Okay. She can hide it and disclose it and dress it up, and like they say in the South, you can't put lipstick on a pig. Reality. This is what it is. Okay. The other thing I would like to say is just about progress. She makes progress and then she hits roadblocks. So this feels like off and on, off and on, off and on, off and on. She's been going through this for years, right? The hangman is here, and that's just talking about hidden motives. This is a hidden thing, right? So again, disguising it with she's sick, the thyroid issue, these other little issues, having these little emotional breakdowns. It all comes back to this indulgence. Okay. Again, excess. Okay. So still indulgence. She goes through cycles. Again, bad, good, bad. Also, there are times that she's unclear. And I hate to say this, it's almost like a person that's indulgent and they can go unconscious. This is the energy I'm feeling right here, unconscious energy. This is not to bash her. It's just this reading is literally like what is going on with Wendy, where she's in and she's out and she's in and she's out. The problem is that she's not in long enough. Like this has been going on for so long. Whatever treatment and recovery they give her, like Wendy would have to literally pull out of the spotlight completely and just go and live a basic life, in order to kind of like get on the straight and narrow. So this is this is what she goes through on a regular basis. Let's look at, is there anyone there to support her in all of this? Like besides her staff, maybe an assistant. You know, I know Kevin was like, to me, it feels like he was a big he supported her, but also it feels like kind of, you know, allowing her to indulge in order to do, so he can do what he wanted to do. So is there anyone supporting Wendy Williams while she goes through this, you know, this tough times? This feels like she definitely feels like, again, she's at the end of her cycle. So the cycle that she goes through, when she goes through these bad cycles, she's at the end of it. She's going to be more on top of her game, right? More on top of her game. And then there's going to be a period of unpredictability again. All right? So this is in the future position. So right now, change. She's under some level of control right now, but you'll see it again soon. The devil card is in reverse. Okay, and it's again control. So they've gotten her, or she's got herself under some level of control. All right, emotional balance. So there's also, again, some instability in there. Knight of Swords energy. Again, unpredictability, no regard for the consequences. It feels like when she falls off the cliff, she falls off the damn cliff with this stuff. She really falls off the cliff. You see, it feels like this horse is like kind of on a cliff with this man is in reverse. She really falls off the cliff with this. This is the energy of a person that can be in a super unconscious at home, energy around just really bad way. The question is anybody helping her while she goes through this trying time? Is anybody helping Wendy? It feels like she does have like a support system. I feel like her son is a big support system to her, okay? That's what the energy is, right? The Eight of Swords energy is here. And that just talks about, again, this is, you know, trapped. Kind of trapped in this addiction, trapped in what she's got going on here, right? But again, she, you know, when she gets out of it, she's doing good. She has a spiritual connection. She's really moving forward. And then she's got the Three of Pentacles here. And this is talking about people with, you know, like this feels like a team of people helping her. So she has like, it feels like a team of three. So she has people helping her to make slow and steady progress, right? And they've been doing a pretty good job this time around. You know, it also too, this feels like restoration, like she's had some stability. So it feels like being on that break and corona and all the stresses of the world can kind of send her spiraling out of control. And this is the energy around Wendy Williams. Let's ask, is there some mental stuff going on there too, right? Because a lot of times people mask, you know, a lot of their instability or emotional problems and embedded into indulging. So let's look into what's going on around her in terms of like her emotional emotions, you know, and things of that nature. She's super creative, I can tell you that. Super creative, always thinking ahead despite anything. This is about always investment paying off. Still making a lot of sacrifices, you know. Energy around just a person who's just like, she wants to be happy at the end of the day, right? Her life can get out of control very quickly. A lot of chaos around her, confusion around her. So the question is instability. Yeah, instability can happen, right? This is like, again, out of balance. She can go out of balance emotionally. And again, these are swords. So this is like when life gets tough and things get hard and she becomes overwhelmed. This is what happens. She does have her strong moments, right? Strong. And she can carry those strong moments for periods of time. It feels like people are helping her though, right? People are there to support and to help her and to stabilize her. But again, this feels like a little bit of some emotional issues as well. So let's look into the health portion of it. Let's look into Wendy Williams' health. And This is for the health of Wendy Williams, talk show host, entertainer. It does feel like our health. It does feel like our health is, you know, Eight of Swords energy. It feels like off and on. I believe the health is not as compromised as they put on. I think they use that as a way to cover up the other things. Nine of Pentacles is here, right? This is talking about reckless behavior. So I feel like, yeah, she may have some health conditions, but not to the degree that she's saying. This is a card talking about covering up the gossip, rumors. Page of Swords energy, covering up the health condition with the gossip about her, other stuff that's going on with the health conditions. So that is a cover up, right? So as people start talking, they use that as a way to cover up what's really going on. You know, again, this is like, you know, people don't believe it though. People don't believe it. People see through that. People like, yeah, no. Queen of Swords energy is here. This is like, people are perceptive, right? We're perceptive people. Like, yeah, okay, she's sick again. This is talking about her needing, you know, continued support, right? This is about a person suffering in silence. So even when she says she's good, she's not always good, right? Her world is turning upside down. This is about like just a lack, you know, just emptiness. Again, I think that a lot of her, I would say a lot of her indulgence, her indulging comes from being empty sometimes, or feeling a certain level of sadness. So again, feeling like a person who can get depressed or sad or have depression, and then they use drugs to mask it, which affects their health. So it's like a culmination of it, if that makes sense. All right. Let me see where I am in this reading. Spirit, give me the energy around, just give me the energy around Kevin Hunter and Wendy Williams, the relationship that they had. Energy around Kevin Hunter and Wendy Williams. You know what's interesting is like this man, he really did bring balance to her. He did bring balance to her. This is Two of Wands energy here. This is talking about, you know, he helped her play it safe. You know, he helped her, he helped her make decisions. He really did, business decisions. Knight of Wands energy is here. This is talking about the fact that, you know what, like, he was also impulsive and reckless too. Like, he had a chaotic energy, this man, or he has a chaotic energy. This feels like, you know, again, this is like blocks and frustration. So as he even dealt with her, he felt frustrated to a certain extent dealing with Wendy. He's the King of Wands in this reading, right? And this is an overbearing person, impossible expectations, right? This man was overbearing with multiple and several people. It feels like just it's almost like his energy sometimes fed her spirals, her going out of control because of the treatment sometimes. Three of Pentacles, they still work well together when it came to making money and business decisions. You know, it just feels like the relationship, she didn't have a sense of where this relationship was going for a long time. It feels like even before we found out about Sharina Hunter, it just feels like a situation where that marriage was in limbo. Let's look at the energy around the marriage between Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter. The marriage between Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter. Ooh. Three of Wands energy. That talks about a lot of obstacles. This talks about the relationship, you know. And it feels like an energy of a person pleading and begging. You see how this person is pleading and begging with the other person? It's like Kevin's energy and her energy. So even though she's in charge, this person, she's the one making the money, he was in charge, right? So sometimes it feels like her having to depend on him to do stuff. Talk to me about the marriage. The Empress. Oh, wow. Again, dependence. So she was in that marriage feeling empty and using and being dependent on him. So this was not a good thing for her. 10 of Pentacles energy. This talks about his resources low. Yeah, get on those different shows and talk about Wendy so you can get those coins up, chat. Nine of Swords energy. The marriage between Wendy and Kevin. This talks about just like despair. He's really going to start talking. I wouldn't be surprised if he wrote a book and started doing more and more and more, because he really is in a financial bind, right? The World card is here. You got to remember, this man is used to having a certain amount of money. So even though he has money from what, money like we don't have, the money type of money he's used to having access to, that's a problem, right? The World card is here. This is talking, this feels like coming, again, it feels like coming into some money, some balance in money. So this feels like some decisions are coming, right? This feels like he's going to be receiving something soon. Some money based off the work or his involvement in something regarding Wendy. He's going to be receiving money. His resources are definitely been affected since he left Wendy. Let's look into, did he ever love Wendy Williams? Did Kevin Hunter, like, let's just say the last 10 years of the relationship, was there really love there and support with Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter? Let's look at the dynamics of this. Was there love in that relationship? Love in this relationship. I just feel like he allowed her to kind of fall off a cliff. Kind of like a situation where if a person allows you to be off the cliff and out of it, they can do what they want. Same thing, right? Again, this is just like about, him having control of her life, right? He dictated things with her, right? Again, this is about, and then they did have good moments. The Six of Swords energy is here. Energy just talks about, again, like strife, like trying to get out of strife. Inappropriate behavior. I just feel like, again, like, allowing her to kind of be blind and then keeping her blind. These two cards are talking about blind, being blind. And again, dependence. So it feels like he saw her using, he knew she was using, he let her use, and then he was just sitting there just spending the money, being a peacock, That's the energy that's coming across. I don't feel like there's a whole lot of love in these cards for Wendy. It feels like a business arrangement at some point. Confirming love. Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter. Seven of Cups energy. This feels like, almost like an energy about still committed to her. Or her still committed to the family. But yeah, she's lost away. Love for Wendy Williams. This doesn't feel like he had love for Wendy Williams at all. Love for Wendy Williams. 10 of Cups. Seeing her as family, right? Through Wendy, he was able to achieve a lot of his dreams and have, and goals and make money and all of that. I don't see where he was in love with Wendy. I know for sure Wendy was in love with him because of her behavior and how she was crying and emotional. Let's look into the Wendy Williams show. Let's look into, see if, a general idea of that show and how much longer will it be on the air. I wish Wendy the best of luck. For whatever reason, I just was like, this is too odd. She's going to do well with the show. She's going to continue to connect with the audience. I almost feel like in one more year, she could be off the air. One more year. Almost like she would just end up, she could sign again. It almost like in a year from now, they'll go through a negotiation and she'll decide. It feels like she could re-sign, but it just depends. Confirmation. It feels like she could resign. Seven of Cups energy here is talking about choices, right? Opportunities. Getting grounded and not cutting off those. Again, making, like if the opportunity is there, making it. Confirmation, Spirit. Four of Cups energy. This talks about disconnection from the show sometimes. Loving the show, but sometimes being disconnected. Confirmation about doing the show. Three of Pentacles energy. Yep. This feels like coming back eventually. So I would say a year to 3 years, she'll be done with that show. All right, so this is on Wendy Williams. I know it's like boom, boom, boom. Like I feel like I'm taking, like I'm just like I'm Muhammad Ali right now. I'm Cash. What did he say? He used to be Cassius Clay. I'm what do you call it? Floyd Mayweather. I'm just, but yeah. I don't know. I just had this crazy energy, a pull. This like pull, and like I said, it's just like she goes up and down. So again, guys, I think it's like a culmination, a combination. It's just like of her going through strife. It's almost triggered by life's challenges. Again, like anytime she has tough things happening in her life, it's like she starts to spiral. And I'm not going to pull on her son. I really hate pulling on children unless it's totally necessary. Um, and let's look and just see if Kevin Hunter and his son are in a better place. Because I did hear on, I guess when he supposedly had this interview with Tasha K, Kevin Hunter, that his son was in the background. So where is his relationship? What is Kevin Hunter's relationship with his son, little Kevin? I just want to kind of look. And family will always be family, you know? It feels like a reconnection. It feels like in a better place, right? Had a tough time, now in a better place, right? And like I said, family will always be family. They'll go through periods of highs and lows, but yeah, this is them being in a better place. Okay. I don't think there's anything else I would like to ask about Wendy. I don't care about her love life. I just hope that she can get better and overcome the challenges that she does face. I wish she would stop dogging people out, because you know it's easy, you know, it's kind of crazy to throw stones when you're living in a glass house. And I wish she would learn how to, you know, it's okay. I feel like you could be salacious, but not to the point of being mean. And sometimes I feel like she goes there, and it's kind of like, that's even like with the Nene thing. I thought Nene was being a little bit of a diva, trying to put her on the phone, you know. But at the end of the day, it's all in how you treat people. Some of the things she said about other celebrities, the way she handles certain things, even the stuff she said about Meghan Markle, like, you know what you got yourself into, what's the problem? The stuff it's just some of the stuff that she does and says, you know, is not good. And then what happens is when she gets sick or she's in dilemma, then you wonder why people don't feel bad for her, because of the way she does things and the way she says things. So anyway, guys, this is a reading on Wendy Williams, and I just was trying to figure, like, child, she giving me all kind of vibes. Let's be petty and nosy. Nicki Minaj, is she pregnant? Is she pregnant, child? Is she pregnant? Put this on the tail end of this video, because they were asking me, did she look pregnant to me? I posted a video where I talked about her being pregnant. She had a fertility card at the in the video I posted on my community section, in my community tab, and it showed her being pregnant. Pregnancy for Nicki Minaj. Pregnancy. Page of Cups energy. Now, Page of Cups is pregnancy. A couple more cards. Pregnancy. She looks like she kept it a secret until she got to a certain point. Queen of Cups energy. She's satisfied. They're happy. They're happy about the pregnancy. They're happy about the pregnancy. Let me keep trying. They're happy about it. Good balance. Two of Cups energy. Two of Cups energy talks about unity. This one talks about Two of Cups energy is a good card too. Baby for Nicki Minaj. I'm gonna just keep pulling until I pull them all. Temperance card is here. Yeah, it's like she's on the right path. Like she's the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups pregnancy. She's pregnant. And I'm not even about to tell y'all nothing about no baby. Yeah. Seven of Cups energy here. I'm just going through it. Star card. Feels like she had a tough time getting pregnant, but like eventually getting pregnant. Nicki Minaj. I'm going to pull all these cards through. I'm going to be Nicki Minaj, pregnancy. Yeah, fertility issues, but eventually getting pregnant. Great connection with Kenneth. They're in a great space. No, that was an Empress. I was missing it. Remember she had that before? All right, we're going to confirm this. She's pregnant. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great night. This is a little treat for y'all on the end. Since people were asking me about it, I was like, I've been saying this on Nikki video number 1, Nikki video number 2, number 3, number 4. If you go back through all my videos, I kept saying she was going to get pregnant. All right. We're not going to discuss the baby. Let that pregnancy go through successfully and not pulling on the energy of that, other than the fact that she is pregnant. Y'all have a great day. Thank you for watching and take care. Bye. If I can click out of there.